Welcome to the Backgammon Christmas calendar. 24 points of Christmas. The 6 Point by Grandmaster Mark Olsen.
Merry Christmas, Backgammon fans. Today is the 6th of December and we're going to talk about the 6 Point. The void board in front of me, the 6 Point is over here, of course. That's your 6 Point in the opening position. We begin with 5 checkers on our 6 Point, and the 6 Point is actually the most important point on the board. I know yesterday we talked about the golden point, the 5 Point, and we said that the 5 Point was the most important. Well, it's just because we already own the 6 Point, so we don't need to worry about it. But if we didn't own the 6 Point, we would actually be making the 6 Point before we would make the 5 Point. But we already have it. The starting position is like this, so we don't have to worry too much about that. We already have the 6 Point made. But what do we have to worry about? We have to worry about unstacking, because on the 6 Point we begin with 5 checkers. 5 checkers, that's a stack, or a candlelight, as some might call it. We don't like to have stacks. 4 checkers on a point, not a stack. 5 checkers, stack. 6 checkers, super stack. We don't like stacks. So for instance, the classic beginner mistake here is to, for instance, you roll a 4-3 in the opening and you just pile up checkers and make a super stack. Hey guys, remember to download and play on the Backgammon Galaxy app. You're not supposed to be making candlesticks over here. That's not a good thing to do. You want to unstack the 6 Point. So 4-3 should be played something like this. 2 down, or maybe 1 down and split with a 3. Anything but building candlesticks. That's very important. Another thing we can do in the early game here is to unstack in an efficient way. So for instance, we roll the 2-1 opening. The 2-1 opening is the only opening roll where it's correct to leave a direct shot and to slot. That's the only move where it's technically the game theory optimal play to slot the 5 Point here and leave a direct shot. I mean, usually we don't want to leave direct shots on our side of the board, but with 2-1 it's just such an efficient roll because we're unstacking our 2 heavy points. We're slotting the golden point, and we have a perfect builder here 6 pips away to cover. So notice that we're unstacking the 6 Point here to get our development going. What about the opening 4-1? Well, we could also unstack with 4-1. We're unstacking the midpoint, and then we could also slot the 5 Point, unstacking the 6 Point. But it's not quite as good. It's not quite as good. First of all, there are many reasons for this. Like, first of all, we roll 2 pips more than 2-1. So we have a 2 pips further race lead compared to 2-1, so we don't have quite the same incentive. We have more of an incentive not to get hit. Secondly, the builder on the 11 Point is actually better because it's 6 pips away, so there's more covers. When it's 4 pips away, it doesn't have as many combinations to cover, and it's a little bit duplicated because we also need a 4 here to cover. And we would also like to split with a 4. So it's not really diversifying our numbers well here with the 4-1. Furthermore, when we have this builder on the 9 Point, it's actually already a very active builder, so it's a little bit overkill to chase your development by slotting the 5 Point here. We don't really have to do it. Let's wait, and we're going to unstack the 6 Point next time anyway when we build key points, which we will with most of the rolls. 5-1 we could also unstack, but it's a little bit the same story. It's not as efficient to slot with 5-1 here. You roll 6 pips, so you have 6 pips lead. You're leaving a direct shot. You're not sure you're going to cover it next time because you only have 2 builders now to cover, not 3 builders. So 5-1 is typically better to just split with the back checkers, just like it is with 4-1. This was a video about the 6 Point. We want to unstack the 6 Point. That's efficient use of checkers. We want to utilize our checkers to the maximum. We start the game with a big supply of checkers on the 6 Point, and our job is to get them unstacked, get them into play, and form a nice priming structure. Merry Christmas, guys. See you all tomorrow in the next video.
Merry Christmas, Backgammon fans!